What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another devlog of our automatic video editing app. Last time, we set up an audio transcription feature, which allows users to decide when they want to keep a gap of silence and cut the rest. In this video, we'll be fixing some bugs and trying to improve the UI of the app. It's been quite the productive week. The goal was to get some programming done earlier this week, but I ended up taking some extra time to edit the last video. Then I just got swamped with homework assignments. Still trying to figure out how to incorporate programming consistently into my routine. So if any of y'all have any ideas on how to do that, feel free to let me know, because I am struggling, I will say. I ended up changing the code base so that my import statements are no longer in React's renderer file, renderer.js, something like that. I can't remember what I called it, but I moved them from there to Electron's index.js. And somewhere in between that process, there's just something I don't understand because I'm getting a lot of errors. So I think that's what I'll be tackling first. All right, lock-in time. Since I'm coupling React with Electron, it lives in Electron's render process, while Node.js is in what we call the main process. This is important to know because if I set the context isolation property to false and node integration to true, React will have access to the entire file system, as well as some node APIs which allow it to call powerful functions. To my understanding, it's generally a bad practice to give React this much power, because if by chance some malicious code gets into the renderer, like say through an unsafe website, you just gave the bad guys access to the entire file system. So by keeping this on true, we've restricted React's computer access. So I basically have to change my import flow from directly importing to React to setting up signals through Electron's preload script. From there, I can define the functions I need inside index.js and call the signal through React. Though this requires a lot of restructuring syntax, and last time I failed to do it properly, which is why I was getting error after error after error after error. Not gonna lie, it's taking me hours to comprehend how to set this up, even with chat on my side. What's worse is that the transcription objects work cleanest directly from React's end, and Node side doesn't have access to the web audio API, so I'm learning how to decode my test video's audio so I could still keep the transcription feature. Now it's time for the moment of truth. All right, let's test a file. Okay, here we go. That took so long. It is currently 3:53 a.m. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think it's time to take the UI a little bit more seriously. I'm thinking about going for a clean, minimalistic UI. The app is only supposed to do a couple things after all. So I think the cohesive UI will represent that real well. So I'm going to start with some reference images, make a collage out of them, and let's just see where that takes us. I think I'm in love with the orange accent here. The other thing about the graphics is that there isn't a whole lot going on in them. Feels like the focus point makes itself really clear, except for this one. We are not talking about this one. I'll also probably do the rounded corners. That seems to be something that all of these images have in common. It's such a stylistic choice that gives this clean, modern look. And I think that'll be perfect for what I'm doing. But anyway, let's see if we can come up with a mock-up in Photoshop. I think this is it, y'all. Check this out. So the UI is inspired by some of those AI websites that you see. We got a very light gradient going on here. Also, there are plenty of rounded corners along the border, and we have a colored drop shadow, which I thought was a pretty cool touch. I also managed to condense the side menu into something a little less spacious. The space down here leaves room for any potential modes I might add later on. And addressing the elephant in the room, we have a video preview here, which I think would be pretty cool to have. For now, we're calling this video slicer. I still have to think of a name for this thing. If y'all have any ideas, feel free to leave some in the comments, but we'll get back to that later. So the big thing is to start putting this design to good use through Tailwind and React. So let's head over there and see what we can do. Seems like no matter what I do, the file input won't style. I tried using Tailwind's default properties, but looks like nothing's working. Over here on this Stack Overflow page, it seems that they recommend to use this file prefix. Doesn't seem to do anything. Wow. Seems like chat suggests that I go ahead and create my own file input, because apparently it's pretty hard to style, and it's not just me. I'll continue digging deeper, but if all else fails, I might have to make my own. Still gotta work on the side panel and stuff, but to be honest, this is great. I'll probably do the side panel in particular when the timestamping feature is up and running. We'll just have to see how it turns out. Well, we've made a lot of progress today. The app is looking a lot more standardized now, which is like super exciting. I ended up moving a lot of stuff around in an attempt to fix some bugs, so the audio transcription system isn't working as smoothly as it used to, but that's okay, because in the next video, we will be looking at ways to improve the logic, as well as getting that video preview set up. I really hope that y'all enjoyed the video, stay cool, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.